Howdy, and welcome to Broken Tool Garage. This video is going to go over how to make this keychain from a Mustang. Now, I actually used a picture of my Mustang to make that keychain. And what I've done, I've already have one video over how to do the auto trace and to take this picture and get it into an outline. So this is going to pick up from there and show you how to turn it into the actual keychain right here. So the next little segment you can go ahead and skip over if you've seen it is the auto trace right there. Okay, what I'm going to be doing is taking this picture of this 89 Mustang, my beloved Jim Junkyard Mustang, and doing an outline for a Fox body project that I'm doing, and I'm going to use auto trace and SolidWorks to do that, and I'm going to take you through the steps to get there. So the first thing is you want to start with a pretty decent picture. The quality's not that big a deal. You want to make sure the background doesn't have a lot of stuff in it because we're going to use a background remover on here to get rid of that, right? And anything that we see that we need to fix, like this tire's kind of covered, we're going to come back and redraw that out in our outline, because essentially what it does, it makes a sketch. And then I can just move the lines and all that, and if I want to add body lines in it or anything else, I can do it, or put logos on. We're going to go through all that, but I'll show you the basic stuff first here. So start with a picture. What I do is I go to background remover that I close because I did this video recording and it did not. I don't know why it's been weird. I just typed that in. But anyways, we got that right there, and let me get my folder open. Now what happened, it recorded the picture and it wasn't recording screen, it's recording picture. So I went through this whole video trying to point at stuff and it just showed the picture of the car. So that's what we get. You can download it. You can download it HD if you want to. The other thing, you see the Canva up here. I actually am going to use Canva on this project. Canva does have the ability to background remove, but not for free. So I've gone into image right here. I've added a little bit of clarification and everything on there. Did a little bit of editing just to make sure that I can see the body lines. Because once we upload this, if I want to add a body line, I want to make sure I can see that line and the glass and all that stuff, right? I've also added a yellow background to it. Or outline to it, which Canva does really good on that, and I can adjust that and everything. And the reason I do yellow is because even though it's a transparent background, whenever I do SolidWorks, that didn't want to pop up, there we go, little ahead here, so because I did the video and it didn't record anything. So we're just going to start from scratch. You see kind of where we're going with it, right? And that's one thing we did. And because of that outline, it traced it like that. But it's a sketch. I could delete the inside line and then I have a solid piece. So we're just going to go ahead and delete this and start from scratch. Alright, so what we're going to do is we need to get the picture uploaded. So we need to have that command loaded to do that. And that is not the right button to do that. Customize, commands, it's under sketch, and it looks like the little picture right there. Sketch picture. Alright, so I already have mine loaded up for that. I'm going to put it in top plane. Before we do that, we need to go in and go to add-ins, where it says auto trace. Make sure you have it clicked, and if you wanted to do that on startup, click it there, and it'll save you some time if you're doing this more than once, and you don't have to chase it down, right? So we're going to go ahead and do our top plane. We're going to do our sketch. We're going to click our sketch picture. I'm going to find the picture I want because I was fiddling with stuff because I thought it was going to work and it didn't work. So you see it comes in with a black background on there. So our transparency, just click from file, but it still thinks it's a black background. So to trace, you got your little arrow right here that's now enabled. I've already done it. You just select the color. That's why we made it yellow, because it's contrasts pretty good. And then you go in and you can, I am not going to move these because I did that last time and it messed it up. So I finally got the setting, but you can move your color tolerance and it'll change these lines. and recognition tolerance, and I'll change those lines. So we're looking pretty good there, I do believe. Might make me do it again. Yes, it made me do it again anyway. So this setup, it's done a double line, and it went all the way around because of the thickness of the line. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it to sketch. We have something at this moment. Just click save, and you're done. And it didn't finish this line here, but that's not a big deal. We're just going to go in, and it's jacking with me. You see it's jacking with me. We're just going to go in. Oh, it has it there. Oh, okay. I just didn't see it. But we could remove this little segment right here and then just put a nice circle in there, radius, and then you can just kind of sketch it in because you can see the image back there, and you can turn the image on and off if you want to, if you click down right there. Forgot how you do it, but you can turn that on and off. It might be a setting. I like leave it alone because I can come in and do all my body lines and everything in there, cut the windows out, and make something pretty cool. Like we could come in here and delete all of those right there if we wanted to, but just to show you, to get back where we were, right there, extruded, sure, why not? And there we are. But that's because it's double walled if you wanted that. Or again, you could get rid of some of that. But that's how you get it loaded in, and then you spend the rest of your time trying to, clean these sharp edges and all that. Okay, so I picked up where that was, and you see it's all solid, so I'll go in and show you what I did there. So we're looking at our sketch right here. So we got our outline picture back there that we're looking at, and all I did was, took it out the double lines and come in here and refine some of this. Some of these, like this line right here, this whole segment, I didn't mess with right there. You can see that because it did a good spline function. Same with that piece. That one I changed, kind of changed it. This one spline right here, I didn't change. I just refined some of the lines. That's all. So once you get that done and you're happy, and this is why you want the screen back there, because you can kind of see where you're going with it, right? So I just extruded it out. Now I used about an 1/8 inch or 3 millimeters. Now I did make a mistake right here. So as soon as, and I think I put that in that other video, as soon as you bring the picture in, that's when you want to scale it to what you want. You just draw a line in there, a construction line, to see what the length is, and then you scale it to what you want. If not, you have to do it here. So it is possible. So I've just taken my sketch right there, did the same thing. Now you don't see the construction line because I've removed it, I didn't need it. But you can see how much I scaled it down, and I had to go back to my extrude and play with the thickness of it so that in the end it become that 1/8 inch or roughly 3 millimeters that I wanted right here, right? So that's an optional step. I figured that out after I already drew everything out and everything, right? So from there, we're just going to do the little keychain nub that you see here. I'll go into the sketch. I had to play with it a little bit. So what we have is, this is in, of course, American units, 0.31, which was, I think, 7.8 millimeters, and the 0.25 is a 6.35 millimeters. So you can play with it. So that's what I found works for me, and then I just made the extrude on there, and it filled all that in, right? So then we just need to put a little keychain hole in there, which I think I made that 3 millimeters. Yeah, so I made that 3 millimeters, and then I just kind of softened the edges up with a light fillet in there. And that's that. That's all you got to do for that. Save your file or whatever. So whenever you get into your Bamboo Lab, this is what it looks like. So this is kind of the distance you want. If I hadn't have scaled it, it'd been bigger than the plate, and I'd have to scale it in Bamboo Lab, which is entirely possible. You can do it like that as well. Bunch of ways to go about this. So that's what it looks like on the plate, and you already saw the pictures of what it looks like complete. It's really that simple right there, right? So yeah, I think that's the only thing you got to worry about. I made it about the size of a business card, so about 3 inches across, 3.5 inches across, which would be 80 8 millimeters. Well, Bamboo Labs actually tell us, so you can measure in Bamboo Labs as well. Get a ruler out, and maybe I can do this. Oh wait, there'd be a way easier way to do that is I just hit scale and it tells me that. So it's a 90.0720, whatever, and 3.14 millimeters, just because I made it in American, right? That's all. So that's all there is to making that keychain. And then I just bought the little actual keychain hooks off of Amazon, the little claw style that goes in there, and that's that. At this time, you can also go in Bamboo Labs, and if you wanted to, you can add your text to it and have the text go in about a 0.5 millimeter or something like that. Put whatever you want in there if you want to customize it just a little bit further. Right there, it's complaining about something, but I don't know what it's complaining about. I'd figure that out if I was actually doing it right there, right? So I think it's something about the temperatures or something. It's been, oh, that's why, because somehow it changed that. I don't know why it keeps messing with my setting. It changed that to ABS too. I don't know what it's doing with that. It's high-tech stuff, right? But anyways, if you enjoy that, go ahead and hit that like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Brick into a Garage.